People are setting up for the rally outside the Parcel 42 tent city, beginning to build up.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known.
Statehood-Green support tent city. Green Party demands housing in Parcel 42.
We hope you support all our candidates. I'm here today in front of Parcel 42. This is land that was promised for affordable housing over 3 years ago. And in November of 2007, Kwame Brown stood with Mayor Edwin Fenty and with Jack Evans, and they said that affordable housing would be built on this parcel. It's now owned by the city. And that affordable housing means people who make $30,000 or less can own these homes, which is what's considered an adjusted area median income, and that's what they promised to do, is make it affordable for this area. Instead, and Kwame Brown was there, who I expect to be my opponent for the council chair race. Now they backtracked, and what they're saying now is it should be the area median income for the whole metropolitan area,
including Montgomery County.
Right, and that includes Montgomery County, it includes Fairfax, some very wealthy areas. So that means that people who earn $60,000 or $80,000 a year can now will afford these homes, and that wasn't the original intent. So we really need to hold Mayor Fenty's feet to the fire. We need to make him
sounds like a great idea.
Stick with his promises. The Statehood-Green, there's the Take Back the Land movement, has taken over this parcel. On Saturday, June 10th, they took it over. A lot of you were here and helped seize the land. We're now in our 8th day of occupation.
About that for me. This isn't just a campaign stop. This involves people's lives every day. This involves what our district government and what our city should be about anyway. So yeah, I'm coming and I'm here, and I've come by throughout the week as much as I could, in addition to my work at church and my job and all that other stuff, and that's really nice. But more importantly is that whether this tent city is here or isn't here, in spirit it will continue to be all across the city, because there's so many areas and parcels of land and things that are being done that are moving people out of their potential living spaces or out of living spaces and being given away to large developers. So our city government is not working for the people.
Right this minute, we're facing a crisis with the Obama administration trying to privatize public housing, and we know that public housing is the housing that low-income people live in right before we become homeless. And so right now we're looking at more than 5 million units of public housing being privatized, meaning that the Obama administration submitted some legislation back in March to the Congress to give private owners, private investors the right to own those projects that is currently owned by our federal government. Once they do that, then they can go on the open market and borrow money to fix them up. Yes, we do have a problem with those public housing projects not being fixed up and are in bad condition, but for a lot of us, we don't think privatization is the answer. In fact, we think privatization only makes those housing more attractive to the banks, to the investor, and we can lose them without the people who are living there having any place to go.